Hi everyone, this is James with OLIVANGO. This is a video where we are going to kind of review what you expect when you play Mythos Mission, Sunken Kingdom. In this game you play as a hired bodyguard for an exploratory group that is on a journey under the ocean to find Atlantis. When they do find Atlantis, things go horribly wrong. Now it's up to you to find the rest of your crew and see if you can even salvage the rest of your journey. As you progress through the game, you can get different guns. Starting out, you just get a pistol, ability to throw. You can find objects and just throw them at will. Throwing objects at enemies can stun them, and throwing enough of them can defeat them. But if you run out, you're out of luck, and you gotta resort to regular means, shooting or knife. Throwing objects is also useful if you want to conserve ammunition. If for whatever reason you are low on ammo, you can always throw out any of the junk that you found. Your knife does increase your movement speed when it is equipped, so that can be very helpful in certain scenarios. At the beginning, you are mostly going to rely on using your pistol to take out enemies. These are health and stamina boosts. If you touch them, it will increase your stamina and health. So now that we've collected a few items, we can look here in the menu and just see a few things that we've collected. Our current diving suit. There are unlockable outfits later in the game. Jumping is a very important mechanic in the game. If you also hold the dash button, which is shift by default, then you will do a longer jump that takes you a few more tiles ahead. That will come in handy for larger gaps later in the game. Tunnels like these, you can crawl underneath them in order to pass through. In a tunnel, you can shoot, so if you see an enemy in front of you or behind you in a tunnel, you can shoot them easily. However, some enemies can follow you into tunnels, and visibility is low in a tunnel. So depending on which tunnel and where, or what angle, you really need to watch your back. The best strategy for most enemies is to kind of lure them into your range and then fire at them as they're coming at you. These default sort of creatures are very simple and slow most of the time. They only take a few shots to eliminate. There are different types of enemies in the game. There are a few that will require you to use certain strategies to beat them. However, we look over here, we see an enemy that looks awfully different. So when we approach, the behavior is going to be a little odd. It will smell you out before chasing you down very quickly. The best thing to do is fire at it and do not let it come close to you. And there is one of our allies.
Stay back. I hear you over there, you disgusting creature.
Mary was hired to be the crew cook and look after supplies. Donald Morton was hired to be the group bodyguard and overall security. After you complete a task, you will be returned to a hub base, kind of a headquarters, a little outpost where you can visit any characters that you rescue. Also, there are a few little Easter eggs hidden around. Each area has a little record you can play, which contains 1930s-esque music, which really sets the mood for the time period of this series, which would be during the 1930s. To continue the plot, usually, you would need to speak with Mary.
So are you going to go out and scout around? We need those supplies to survive. And of course, we need to find the others.
Your stamina will recover very slowly over time. Later in the game, you are able to unlock the ability for much faster stamina recovery, or so strong that you won't even need stamina recovery and most movements won't cost any.
Move somewhere safe. I'm right near you.
Yeah, just lead them into you. Fire on them as they're coming towards you slowly. Here's another member of our crew.
Jang, that doesn't look good. You're bleeding pretty heavily.
Those ugly monsters really tried to tear us apart. I was a little too slow.
Sometimes characters can follow you, they trust you, and they need you to protect them. If an enemy harms them, it causes you damage as well. So obstacles like these are weak against shotgun. You are now holding the shotgun. you can fire it and then spread it out like this. This enables you to jump over the obstacle. Also, the shotgun fires a lot of projectiles at once, which at short to medium range can actually be very powerful. See, now that we have the shotgun, we can take out most of these enemies just with one blast. And in some cases, it can even push the enemy one square back. So it can even be helpful to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. So now that we've rescued another member of the crew, we can visit their little area where they have decorated it. They have little opinions about what's going on in their area.
I was thinking of using that thing as a mannequin, but it is not shaped enough like a human being to be effective.
We can actually talk to Zhang about different side tasks. In his case, he can actually unlock additional outfits for the main character. So when you talk to him, he will describe the sort of outfit that he can unlock for you, and if you finish the task that he gives you, you can wear different themed clothes. When you unlock an outfit, they will appear here in these boxes, and you can approach them and say, hey, you want the fall outfit? There. Now you look like a pumpkin king. Very appropriate for Halloween coming up. So now that we have covered basic enemies, the premise of the game, the setting, some of the characters, if you are interested in playing a top-down shooter in a very dark, mysterious, mythological type of environment, then please check out Mythos Mission, Sunken Kingdom, which will be out by the end of October 2024. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy the game.